Novalga Novalga Gargia. Chief host, Mrs. Alice Nobu, weekend chairperson. Host, Mrs. Philomena Ibrahim and Reverend Dr. Dan Adis. Announcer, Planning Committee.
Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At Taraba Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing branch, Zenith Bank agent beside College of Education.
Are you ready to advance your career in health and management? Higher Ground College of Health and Management Sciences invites ambitious students to pursue excellence in dynamic learning environments. Why choose us? Our institution offers a transformative educational experience, combining education excellence and practical skills. We provide a cutting-edge curriculum with hands-on training, mentorship from industry professionals, networking opportunities for career growth, and leadership development for global impact. The programs offered include BSc, Medical Laboratory Science, Nursing Science, Environmental Health Science, Public Health, Community Health, and Health Economy. We also offer HND in Public Nursing. Our facilities: modern computer and medical labs, research centers and digital libraries, and interactive learning spaces and study zones. Who can apply? Aspiring professionals in health and management can apply. Working individuals seeking career advancement can also apply. International students looking for a global learning environment are also key applicants. Application requirements are 5 SSC credits, including English and Mathematics, JAM and entrance exam scores, medical report, birth certificate, local government industry letter, recommendation letters. Why Higher Ground?
Welcome to the broadcast news on Som TV, the voice of the nation. You can follow us on Facebook at Som TV and on YouTube at Som TV Live. I am Esther Oka Steven, and now the news info. Adamawa State Governor Ahmadu Finturi has suspended the Emir of Daware, Hassan Jafaru, indefinitely following an investigation that uncovered his involvement in corruption and security breaches. The district head of Daware in Fofore local government area was also Welcome to the broadcast of News Hour on Som TV, the pulse of the nation. You can follow us on Facebook at Some TV and on YouTube at Some TV Live. I am Esther Oka Steven, and now the news in full. Adamawa State Governor Ahmedu Finturi has suspended the Emir of Daware, Hassan Jafaru, indefinitely following an investigation that uncovered his involvement in corruption and security breaches. The district head of Daware in Fofore local government area was also accused of confiscating farmland and neglecting traditional affairs in his domain. The suspension, communicated through a letter dated April 25, 2025, from the Permanent Secretary for Chieftaincy Affairs, Adama Maman, District Jafaru, to hand over all government properties to the District Secretary. Governor Finturi cited several complaints, including security violations and the abandonment of responsibilities as the basis of the decision. Still from Adamawa State, students of Adamawa State Polytechnic, Yola, SPY, have barricaded the institution's gates in protest over ongoing power and water outages. The facilities have been without electricity and water for the past week, making the third disruption in 2 months. The students are urging the state government and relevant authorities to intervene in restoring essential services to the school. All Progressive Congress APC leaders have predicated more defections to the party, citing the growing strength of APC in Delta State as a sign of widespread support. Speaking after a meeting with Delta State defectors, Governor Hope Uzodinma, chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, emphasized that the defection wave would continue, benefiting both the party and local governance. The meeting held in Abuja was attended by governors from Cross River, Edo, Kogi, and Ekiti State, along with National Chairman Abdullahi Ganduje. Uzodinma highlighted the success of the APC in Delta State, stating it was nearly one petty state, and emphasized the party's continued growth. He also addressed the absence of Delta Governor Sheriff Oborevuri, clarifying that the meeting was not intended to involve him, but invited press to join them in Asaba on Monday for further discussion. In a related development, former Deputy Senate President Senator Ovie Omo Agege has addressed the recent defection of Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborevuri from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress. In a statement, Omo Agege who lost the 2023 governorship election to Oborevuri, urged Delta APC members to welcome the defectors, including Oborevuri and former Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, into the party. Omo Agege assured that the national leadership of APC was actively managing the political shift to the protection of the party's interest in Delta State. He acknowledged that Oborevuri defection strengthens its political position ahead of 2027's election and gives him de facto leadership of Delta APC, a role Omogege had previously held. Despite this, Omogege called for unity within the Delta's APC and announced a welcome rally in Asabi, urging party members to mobilize for the event on April 28, 2025. Kano State government has uncovered payroll irregularities, including 240 employees receiving double salaries and 217 sharing the same bank verification number. A biometric verification exercise revealed that 1,335 employees failed to report for verification, raising concerns about the authenticity of the payroll. An audit of local government and healthcare payroll found 247 questionable names, leading to saving of 27.8 million naira monthly. The government emphasized that the exercise aimed to ensure transparency, efficiency, and proper entitlement for genuine workers. Emeneri Innocent has officially assumed office as the new Commissioner of Police for Benue State. In a statement from the State Police Command, Emeneri committed to strengthening community policing, improving security, and utilizing available resources to address insecurity in the state. Hailing from Ekwolobia, Anambra State, he holds a theater art degree from the University of Jos and a master and PhD in literature from Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. With over 30 years of policing experience, Emeneri has served in various capacities across multiple states, including Zamfara, Imo, and Katsina. Still from Benue State, Isaac Agbo, a member of the Benue State House of Assembly, has highlighted the lack of financial autonomy for local governments as a key factor contributing to the rise in insecurity. Speaking at a security summit in Makurdi, Agbo criticized state governor for withholding funds from local governments, making it difficult for them to address security issues effectively. He called on the military to enhance efforts in protecting communities, stressing the need for direct confrontations and the challenges faced. The summit also saw discussions on community policing with Lazarus Mom of Lawyers, highlighting its success in some local areas. Additionally, concerns were raised about the mismanagement of security funds and the lack of necessary resources for local governments to function effectively in tackling insecurity. Governor Aicent Alia, Special Advisor on Internal Security, Chief Joseph Har, also emphasized the need for greater awareness and responsibility among police officers. Kebbi State Governor Nasir Idris reaffirmed his loyalty to the APC, dismissing rumor of joining Atiku Abubakar's coalition and pledging to remain committed to the party and the development of Kebbi State. Meanwhile, Senator Ned Nwoko urged Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborevori, after his defection to the APC, to abandon old political practices from the PDP and support reform aimed at promoting fairness and regional development. The South-South chapter of the All Progressive Congress APC has given social media influencer Martin Vincent Oche, known as Very Dark Man, a one-week ultimatum to apologize for his criticism of Senate President Godswill Akpabio's attendance to Pope Francis' funeral. In a statement, the APC accused Very Dark Man of crossing the line into slander, defending Akpabio's nominations by President Tinubu to lead the delegation. The party described the influencer's comment as blackmail and urged Nigerians to disregard his remark, affirming that the Tinubu's administration is committed to tackling insecurity across the country. The Nigerian Economic Summit Group, NESG, has flagged the 2025 federal budget as insufficient to meet Nigeria's social and infrastructure needs. Despite a slight increase in capital spending, the group noted that public investment remained too low, with most funds still going to recurrent expenses. It also warned that Nigeria's low per capita spending and underfunding of critical sectors like health and education could weaken economic growth, human capital development, and poverty reduction efforts. NESG urged for greater investment to close the country's infrastructural gap and boost competitiveness. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Udonge issued a sarcastic apology to Senate President Godswill Akpabio over her earlier sexual harassment allegations, mocking the Senate's treatment of her and highlighting gender bias. Suspended in March after a dispute, she had accused Akpabio of punishing her for rejecting his evidence. Despite a court order banning public comment, Akpoti-Udonge posted a satirical letter claiming she forgot her Senate seat was won through election, not elections, reaffirming her stance as unfraid, unbought, and unbroken. Report has it that the Deputy Governor of Niger State, Yakubu Garba, is reportedly preparing to resign, having moved some of his belongings from the official residence to his private home over the weekend. Sources attribute his decision to the strained relationship with Governor Umar Bargo, citing disrespect and exclusion from key government activities. Tensions worsened after Garba's preferred candidate for local government election was replaced by the party's leadership without his input. Despite interventions by traditional rulers urging him to reconsider, it remains unclear if he will change his mind. Garba press secretary denied any knowledge of a planned resignation. Honorable Owosanya Peter, Special Assistant to the Delta State Governor on Youth Mobilization, has described the mass defection of the state's PDP structure to the APC as a strategic move made from the position of strength. Speaking on the development, Owosanya explained that aligning with the federal government would accelerate Delta's social, economic, and infrastructural growth. He dismissed concern of political instabilities, emphasizing that the decision was proactive and aimed at securing the state's political future ahead of the 2027 election. He also cited the leadership crisis within the PDP as a factor, warning against risks similar to the Zamfara political flout. Owosanya concluded that the move would enable Delta to benefit more directly from federal allocations and national influence. Stakeholders and farmers have warned that Nigeria could lose over $20 billion in cocoa export revenue within 3 years if it fails to meet new European Union sustainability. They urge the federal government to intensify efforts to revitalize the cocoa industry. Once Nigeria stopped foreign exchange earner in the 1960s, but now lagging behind global leaders like Ivory Coast and Ghana. Despite recent gain from higher global prices earning about 2.76 trillion naira, the sector remains weakened by aging plantations, climate change, outdated farming methods, and lack of investment in research and farmer support. Experts stress the need for political will, consistent funding, strengthened extension services, replanting with improved seedlings, and expansions of local cocoa processing to reserve the decline. The Supreme Court has overturned the Federal High Court judgment that awarded over 22 trillion naira against Union Bank and other parties. The case stemmed from 1993 claim by Vasana Nigeria Limited, which alleged the Union Bank vowed its approximately $80 million with compounded interest occurring since January 2000. The initial judgment delivered in 2024 was later modified by the Court of Appeal in 2021, reducing the amount significantly. Union Bank's subsequent appeal to the Supreme Court was successful, with the bank's persistence leading to the judgment being set aside on April 25, 2025. The ruling is expected to resolve concern from the Central Bank of Nigeria and other regulators about the impact on Union Bank financial stability. The Niger State House of Assembly has called for an audit and reform of orphanages and motherless babies' homes in the state to address concern about unregistered facilities being used for criminal activities. A motion by Honorable Omar Nasir highlighted the proliferations of such homes without proper oversight. The NSHA has directed the Ministry of Women Affairs to establish a license framework and review child protection laws, while also launching public awareness campaign. Operators of many unregistered homes have cited challenges including corruption and discrimination as barriers to register, leading to calls for better collaboration between the government and private sectors. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State has criticized Peter Obi for making disparaging remark about Nigeria during his recent visit to Johns Hopkins University in the United States. In a statement, Sanwo-Olu accused Obi of undermining the country's reputation by focusing on its poverty issues. Sanwo-Olu challenged Obi's credibility, pointing out that while Obi served as governor of Anambra State, poverty level there increased significantly. He contrasted Obi's record with that of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who recording the Sanwo-Olu successful reduced poverty in Lagos and has continued to tackle it at the federal level. Sanwo-Olu emphasized that it was essential for Nigerian leaders abroad to project a positive image of the country and criticized Obi for failing to achieve meaningful progress in poverty reduction during his tenure. Stay tuned for more updates. We are taking a break now. Don't change the channel. We'll be right back with more exciting updates on Som TV.
Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRC.
Describe the movement of politics as a normal political practice not unique to Nigeria, while dismissing claim that President Bola Tinubu is pursuing one-party system. In a statement issued on Sunday, Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onenuga, said recent defection to the All Progressive Congress, including those of Delta State Governor Sherry, former PDP vice presidential candidate Ifeanyi Okowa, have unsettled opposition parties. He stressed that contrary to opposition claims, democracy remains strong under Tinubu's administration, which is focused on development. The presidency also criticized the planned opposition coalition led by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, noting it as struggled. Sorry for that technical hitch. The presidency has described the movement of politicians between parties as a normal political practices not unique to Nigeria, while dismissing claims that President Bola Tinubu is pursuing a one-side party system. In a statement issued on Sunday, Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onenuga, said the recent defection to the All Progressive Congress APC, including those of Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborevwori, the former PDP vice presidential candidate Ifeanyi Okowa, have unsettled opposition parties. He stressed that contrary to opposition claims, democracy remains stronger under Tinubu's administration, which is focused on development. The presidency also criticized the planned opposition coalition led by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, noting it has struggled to gain momentum and urged that Tinubu cannot be blamed for the internal weaknesses of opposition parties. A chieftain of the All Progressive Congress APC and former National Publicity Secretary of the defunct new PDP, Eze Chukwuemeka Eze, has expressed concern that some key figures in the People's Democratic Party may be quietly supporting President Bola Tinubu's re-election bid for 2027. In a statement issued on Sunday in Port Harcourt, Eze cited recent remarks by FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, Bode George, and some PDP governors as indications of possible backing for Tinubu, despite the current challenges facing Nigeria under the APC government. Reflecting on the 2023 election, Eze noted that Atiku Abubakar's failure to choose Wike as his running mate may have cost him the presidency. He urged the Tinubu administration to prioritize effective governance over early electioneering, steering the need for result-driven leadership. Responding to Bode George, comments that the PDP would be finally buried if Atiku wins the party ticket again. Eze questioned who else in the PDP could pose a serious challenge to a well-organized candidate like Tinubu. The Joint Admission of Matriculation Board has refuted claims by former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi regarding the timing of its examination. Obi had criticized JAMB for allegedly scheduling exams too early, forcing candidates to travel at unsafe hours and to distant locations, which he said had led to avoidable accidents. He described the situation as unnecessary trauma for young Nigeria and a reflection of systematic failure. Responding, JAMB clarified that examination being at 8 a.m. not 6 a.m. as alleged, but emphasized that candidates are required to arrive early for mandatory verification processes. That's all for now. Som TV is a 24-hour TV station. We are live every day. You can follow us on Facebook at Som TV and on YouTube at Som TV Live. I am Esther Oka.